Hello everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel where I share my personal hair journey and tips, tricks, and product reviews to help you with your own. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of gels, 9 to be specific, that should work on your hair, especially if you are someone like me. And by like me, I mean someone who does not have what I like to call a persistent curl pattern. People with persistent curl patterns, as soon as their hair gets wet, the curls are popping. As soon as they put some deep conditioner on their hair, the curls are popping. Whereas me, on the other hand, here's what my hair looks like with no product. Here's what my hair looks like with just leave-in. And so the curls are not super evident even when my hair is wet. And so I kind of have to, use products that are stronger holds and use products that I know are going to work in order to pull the curls out and to display my curl pattern, because I do indeed have one. Now, also, I want to make a note here that none of these products are going to create curls for you. It's not going to create something that's not there. You're going to get your curls. That's a better way to say it. You're going to get what is your curl pattern. You're not going to get somebody else's curl pattern. So this first category I'm going to call the usual suspects. These are the gels we're going to go ahead and get out of the way because you guys know that they will work, especially if you have a curl pattern that needs to be pulled on out of its hiding place, right? So the first one I'm going to drop down is Wetline Extreme. I'm sure your fave uses Wetline Extreme. I use Wetline Extreme regularly. That is a hair gel that will get you a very strong hold. I live in Central Florida, and I find that it's a gel that does not really react to the humidity very much. I can go outside. I get on average a 7-day wash and go with it, but I have gone up to 14 days. I don't recommend, but I have gone up to 14 days with Wetline Extreme in my hair. Another usual suspect is Eco Styler. However, there's a little bit extra to this, because I find that whenever I use Eco Style gels or Eco Styler gels, depending on what the packaging says, they start to lose moisture around day 5, and then my hair begins to expand and puff, and then I end up putting my hair up in order to make it through to the end of the week so that I can wash my hair. However, there are 2 Eco Stylers that don't do this on my hair, and so it may be different for you, but this is my video. So one of those gels is Eco Styler Crystal. That's the clear one with the orange lettering. You can find it at pretty much any place that sells Eco Styler, so like Walgreens, CVS, Dollar General, wherever. Eco Crystal is that girl. And then the other Eco Styler that I will make an exception for is Eco Style Curl and Wave. It's the pink one. Now be careful, because I think they have more than one pink gel. So just because it's pink doesn't mean that it's curl and wave. Make sure you read it and make sure it's actual curl and wave. Now, what I will say about curl and wave is that it doesn't really have as strong of a hold as Crystal. I think the packaging says that it does, but it does not. So sometimes I find that I get better results with curl and wave when I don't use a leave-in. And then, the gel gets closer to my hair and it's able to provide hold. Okay, so I'm going to put this next gel under the usual suspects as well. Not really because the gel is popular, but more so because the brand is popular, and that's Ampro gels. And no, I am not talking about the brown gel with the white lid in the black container that you slick your ponytail on your edges with. That is not what I'm talking about. This gel you can actually put all over your hair, and I'm recommending 3 Ampro gels. There are 2 gels that are under their curl enhancing line, and then one of them is like extra dry or something like that, but they're pretty much the same gel. They're clear, they come in a clear container, and then I think they may have, like, one of them has a picture of coconuts on the outside or whatever. You'll see the word curl enhancing on there, I believe is what it says. And then I think they also may say something about dryness or moisture on them as well. And then there's another gel. It is the argan gel. Comes with an orange lid, and it has an orange colored jar. And I think it's also a clear gel as well. All 3 of these gels, I would put them on about the same level as Eco Curl and Wave. So you may have to not use a leave-in with these, just because they could lose hold because you've put a creamy leave-in under them. So I would either do a lighter leave-in or no leave-in under these Ampro gels. You can probably get these at the beauty supply store. No, you're not going to get these at the drugstore. You're not going to walk into Walgreens and get the Ampro gels, but I do believe you can walk into just about any beauty supply store and get the Pro gels. And so I think they will work on pretty much any type of hair, especially if you have a little bit more difficulty getting your curls to pop. Okay, this next category of gels is the better ingredients category. These gels are not your typical drugstore plasticky ingredient gels, but they're, you know, more so of that you got to buy it on the internet type gel. And the ingredients may be possibly a little bit better for you type gel. Okay, so the first one I'm going to bring up is the one that's in my hair right now, and that is the Obia Curl Enhancing Custard. This gel is basically on by the ingredients list, and I have a detailed review of this particular gel, but basically by the ingredients list, it's like a thickened oil with something that provides hold. That's basically what the ingredients list looks like. When you open it, it looks like a custard. When you scoop it out, it feels like liquidy hair grease. But when you put it into your hair, it looks like wet lime. It looks like Eco Styler. You know what I'm saying? And it does not have the plasticky, fakey ingredients that those other gels have. So that is why I'm definitely putting it here. Now, the one thing I will say is that I do experience sensitivity to this product. My eyes water. So when I did my hair here, I primarily air dried it and then sat on the dryer like after I had been air drying all day, because usually if I get under there with soaking wet hair, the fumes get in my eyes, and so it's definitely causing sensitivity. I was talking to my mom about it because she complimented my hair, and I told her, you know, what happened, and she was like, you need to email the company and tell them about that. And so I actually did last night. I was like, I'm just gonna let her know, because she was like, people want to improve their product and they might make a scent-free product and da, 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 da. I said, okay mom, I'll go ahead and do that, but I will go ahead and let you guys see what my hair looks like, since you can only see me from the front, and it's just these little wispy pieces of hair in the front, right, that you can see. And so this is the Obia Curl Enhancing Custard. All right, and then the next gel in the better ingredients category is Soultanicals Drip and Grip. This gel also surprised me very much because Soultanicals gels do not tend to have a lot of strong hold. Some of their gels are kind of better for those people with that persistent curl pattern that the curls pop when they add water to it type hair. Okay, the frozen drip and grip is for us that don't have super easy to see curls. Okay, so I can't think of the ingredients off the top of my head, but I believe that the base of it is that this is basically a flaxseed gel with thickeners added, basically. And it is very thick. It's extremely thick gel, and you smooth it throughout your hair, and it, again, it'll catch your hair up like wet line. It'll catch your hair up like Eco. It has just that strong of a hold. The only thing I will say is that for me, I had to slightly modify my regimen when I used it, just because if I add all the water that I usually add into my hair, because a wet line loves water, it kind of weakens the hold just a little bit, and I get a little frizz in some spots, but it's still doable. Like, anyone could slap this Soultanicals Frozen Drip and Grip on their hair and you will get curl definition. It will come through. And as far as the longevity of my hair, I do believe that my hair does last through to a wash day as well with that one. So that's another reason why I like it. You're getting the same type of effects with the wet line, the Eco, the super plasticky gels, but you're not getting the same ingredients as you get with those. And I will say, kind of a downside for this one as well is availability. At this time of making this video, Soultanicals does not sell this product in any of the retailers that sell Soultanicals products, and a lot of times the Soultanicals site is out of stock, and then even when you do order it, you're gonna have to wait a long time to get it. I understand that the owner is, you know, not feeling good about that. She's wanting to make some changes in her company, and I feel her on that, because Soultanicals is a very, very, very small brand, but they do big brand things. And so they get caught up in that way, trying to do these things that they quite aren't at that level for. And I think that Soultanicals has to grow, and there's going to be growing pains, and some of y'all might be mad about it, but I think progress is good. You know what I'm saying? I like to see us climb the ladder and go on up. So I think Soultanicals probably needs to move to manufacturing their product, maybe even outsourcing manufacturing. And I know some of y'all don't like that, but that does not mean that the product is going to be bad. Okay, and I told her this much on a comment, on a commenting section she had for a video that she sent just to email subscribers. I said, just because you outsource, test the product, make sure it's still good. You know, make sure that you put your stamp of approval on it before you send it out. But this might be the move that you have to make to be able to get the product out. You know what I'm saying? So yes, and that gel was the Slow Tentacles Frozen Drip and Grip Super Hold Gel. Okay, and this third category is the maybe category. It's a possibility category. I'm giving it a chance category. And that goes to the Twisted Sister Clear and Nourish. Let me see, I gotta read the rest of the name. Hydration Curls Gel. Because it had a really long name. Now this is not the normal Twisted Sister with the white container and the girl on the front. Nah, this is Clear and Nourish is like a sub brand underneath Twisted Sister. It is a UK based line. I came across it in TJ Maxx. That's why this is partially why this is in the possibility category, because it's available in TJ Maxx. And so y'all know how TJ Maxx is. A lot of times things are in TJ Maxx because they're discontinued or the company changed the packaging or something like that. And then of course the stock in TJ Maxx stores varies from store to store. So just because I have it in my TJ Maxx does not mean that you're going to be able to get it in yours. Furthermore, it's in this iffy category because I didn't get like the perfect wash and go, like for me, my best wash and go with this product. I do have a full review that I did this past summer, and I will link that in the description box. But I'm putting it here because it has strong hold. It has crazy, ridiculous hold. You would need to play with that, maybe practice using a creamy leave-in underneath it, maybe use less, whatever. But I do feel like for someone who needs a little help getting their curls to pop, this gel will do something on your hair. So that is why I'm recommending it. And again, that is the Twisted Sister Clear and Nourish Hydration Curl Gel. So try to find it, see if you can find it online, and give it a try. It might work for you. So these 9 gels are absolutely foolproof. You can slap this on your hair even if you don't have that persistent curl pattern. This should bring out whatever pattern is sitting there. I hope that you guys try some of these gels. I will have links in the description box. When you click links for my videos, they actually low-key help me out. So that would be awesome if you would purchase these from my links if you do decide to purchase any of these. And I do have videos on these. I will link all the videos in the description box if I have a video that specifically shows me using this particular gel. If you know of any other gels that would help even the people like me whose curls need a little bit of help coming out, definitely put those down in the comment section. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.